Hey class, this is Professor Zilke. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you through the planning and outlining process for essay number 4, because I'm going to be having you guys do a lot of this on your own rather than taking you through it step by step, like I've done with previous essays. So I figured I'd make this video just to explain the process, where to get the resources that you need, and then if you have additional questions, you can always ask me. Okay, so first thing, if you're seeing this page and the due dates are a little bit off, it's probably because this is for one of my classes, and I have different classes that are at different due date schedules. So if the due dates are not matching the due dates on your screen, that's okay. I'm going to just be going over the assignments themselves, so disregard the due dates if they're not the ones that match yours. The assignments are still exactly the same across the board. So you should have something that looks more or less like this. By the time you watch this video, you should have already chosen your topic for Essay 4, so the dystopian fiction that you want to write about, and you also should have chosen your 5 predictions. If you haven't done that yet, make sure you do that before you start any outlining. So for most of you, it's going to look like something like, where are we? Some sort of mini outline. I think for some of them it's submit your topic and predictions, but there should be an assignment that you did where you submitted your topic and your 5 predictions. If you haven't done that yet, message me and we can talk about making sure that you have that already planned out. Okay, moving on. Let's go first to your outline. So a week before your outline is due, I put a little note in that block that explains that your outline is due in a week and to start working on it. The reason I'm doing this is because it's quite a long paper, so your outline is going to require you to do a lot of research, a lot of planning, and I don't want you to wait till the last minute and then be surprised that it's this, couple hour long process. So make sure that you're aware that a week before, start planning your paper. Don't wait till the, day of. So when you click on the outline's going to be due in a week, it's going to open up this page, and this is going to give you a link to the actual assignment. So this is the assignment that's going to be due a week from whenever this is. So you can either go directly to that assignment back through modules, or you can just click on this link. So that's what I'm going to do here. Okay, and then this is what the assignment actually looks like. It's also going to be available through the modules, but I'm trying to create some shortcuts. So this is your Essay 4 outline assignment. So right away, there's a couple things that it's going to ask you to do. So you're going to be downloading your Essay 4 Google Doc and your Essay 4 PDF packet. Now, these are going to be assignments that you should have done already when you chose your topic and your predictions, but I realize that you lose files, maybe you didn't download it at the time. So if that's the case, it's totally fine. Go back to that assignment. I'm gonna just open it in another tab. And then it should look something like this. Again, I know that different classes have a little bit of a different look, but it's this general idea. So you should have a link to the Google Doc and a link to the PDF packet. Make sure that you have both of those downloaded. They're going to be so helpful and they're going to avoid you a lot of time and frustration. So first, let's look at the Google Doc. I'm going to open that and it should open up the Google Doc. So we've done this before. You should be, very familiar with how to do this. But again, just a quick review, make sure that you save yourself a copy of it. Make a copy, save that, and then you can edit. So let's just go over the document quickly. So just like with any other of our outlines, we start with an introduction. I go over the things that I want in the introduction. In this case, you're having a hook, which you can choose any type of hook that you want. You're going to define what a dystopia is. You're going to introduce and give a short summary of your chosen dystopian fiction, whether that's an episode of Black Mirror, a dystopian book, a dystopian movie, whatever it is, give me a short summary of what is happening in in terms of the plot. Don't give me a whole page plot. I know that a lot of you are choosing movies and they're quite complicated. Really try to narrow it down to 3 or 4 sentences, just so I get a general overview of what the plot is about. Then you're going to have your thesis statement. Um, Your thesis statement template can be found in that Essay 4 packet. Actually, I'm going to go back real fast and kind of show you. Let's see. Is it? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to download this PDF packet as well to kind of show you what it looks like. Oh, it's going to, there we go. Okay, let me move this. Okay, so this is what the Essay 4 PDF packet looks like. There's just a lot of information here. So don't worry about having to go through this whole thing and memorize it. You have this available to you, but it will give you a general information about the different paragraphs that you're going to be writing, the requirements for the essay, and then it goes through each of the paragraphs more in depth here, what questions you're going to be answering, and this is all just really helpful when it comes to writing your paragraph in case you get stuck, you don't know what to say. It's going to give you a lot of different questions that you're going to be answering and things to consider. But what I wanted to bring up is that I do provide a thesis template. So if you, again, get stuck, you don't really know what to do with your thesis, you're going to go to this and you can use this as a template for how to write your paper. I give you a couple different options here. Okay, so let's go back. I'm gonna put you away for a second. And let's go back to our outline. Okay, so thesis statement. Then you're going to have your setting the groundwork, historical context. So you're going to start with a topic sentence, and then you're going to first talk about any real world events or issues that the fiction is reacting to. So some of them are in reaction to real world things that are happening that they were inspired by. Some of them are more just based off general fears, anxieties, problems that are happening in the world. Using for like Nosedive as an example, right? It's reacting to anxieties that we have in our modern world about social media, about technology, about kind of loss of humanity because of our reliance on technology. So those will be all things that you would discuss here. And then you're also going to discuss any fictions that came out at the time that explored similar ideas. So, a lot of the time, when you get one kind of dystopia about a subject, you'll get a couple others as well. When I think of like the first thing that comes to mind is like Hunger Games and like the Divergent series. And I think there are a couple others that came out around the same time that discuss this idea of kind of caste systems and putting people into groups and whatever. So you're going to discuss any kind of fictions that came out around the same time that had kind of similar ideas. And that's just something you can kind of Google and figure out, or you might even think have a couple that come to mind. Okay, so after you have that, you're going to get into your 5 predictions. So these are the same predictions that you chose when you chose your predictions. I know that seems really obvious, but I always have students that get that confused. So you chose your topic, you chose your 5 predictions. So each of your 5 predictions is going to get its own paragraph. You're going to start with a topic sentence. Again, you can go back to that document where it has different topic sentence templates here. There's also sample paragraphs that are really helpful. But yeah, so feel free to use the templates for doing that. I'm going to put this away again. So, topic sentence, just like any paragraph. Then you're going to explain the context in which this prediction is brought up in the story. So, this is important, especially because I'm not necessarily going to have a chance to watch and read every single dystopian fiction that you guys write about. I do try, especially if it's something like a Black Mirror episode, but if it's an entire movie or a whole book, I'm not going to be able to read it. So, what I need you to do is give me the context of this prediction in the story. So, how is this? What does it look like in the story? Um, and then you're going to determine whether or not your research shows that this prediction could actually happen in the future. Now, obviously, there is no way to guarantee that it could or could not happen. You're just going to be using your research and your common sense, honestly, to determine that. So, what you would say in your topic sentence is one prediction that the video or that the movie or book makes about the future is this, which research shows could happen or most likely will not happen. So it's okay to not say definite. You can say could happen, or you could say well most likely won't happen, but make sure that you make that stance, and then your support should support that accuracy or inaccuracy. So if I'm saying in the future we're going to be more reliant on technology in our day-to-day lives, and this is accurate, then what I'm going to do is I'll have two support articles that show that yes, indeed, we are relying more and more on technology as time goes by, and that, based off the, growth of this, there's no reason to believe that technology is going to be less important in the future. In fact, it's probably going to be more important. And so I'm going to find two support articles to support that idea. And same thing with the rest of your predictions. Make sure that your support quotes are research and evidence based. So I don't just want someone's opinion because like that doesn't mean anything. I want actual data, statistics that show that there is a growth in something being done, or that this is something that is common, and not just someone's like opinions that yeah, definitely this is what the future is going to look like because I said so. So yeah, make sure that you have that science-based support, and you're just going to do that with all 5 of your predictions. So all these paragraphs are going to have a pretty similar look to them. Obviously, you'll have different articles, different quotes, that sort of thing, but just in terms of the structure, they'll be very, very similar. Then you're going to get to your discussion and implications. Again, start with a topic sentence, and then I have a couple different questions that I want you to answer here. So first, why do we study dystopian fiction? Why are we drawn to these types of fictions? And I would like you to find some research to answer that question. So there have been plenty of articles that talk about this growth in dystopian fiction, why we like it, what it does for us in terms of psychology, how it makes us feel. So find a quote that discusses that. And then your second question you're going to be answering is, for any negative future implications, what solutions does the episode offer? And are these solutions possible? So go back through your episode or your movie or your book. I don't know why it says episode, but it can obviously be a book or a movie as well. And explain what, if the fiction gives a solution to the problem, and if it is, maybe discuss if that could actually work. And if it doesn't offer a solution, if it's kind of a grim ending where everything falls apart and like that the world's over, maybe discuss some possible solutions for avoiding this. So you're going to answer those two questions, find support for those. And then finally, you're going to end with your conclusion. And again, it's just like any other conclusion. You'll go through this process, finish up your paper, and that's how you're going to end your essay. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be filling this all out. And again, I know it's, a longer outline, but that's why I'm giving you guys a week to really work on it. So make sure that, again, you're giving yourself enough time to go through and fill this out and get everything done. I think that's it. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it, what we're looking for. Um, let's see. Double check. Yeah, so it's just going to go through. I do have a list here of all the things that I want you to fill out, and these are all the things that I just mentioned before, but obviously you do have a list here that you can go through. Once you're done, you're going to submit the completed Google Doc. I will try to read through all of those and give you guys feedback pretty quickly. I try to have pretty quick turnaround for these. And then once your outline has been approved, once you've made any revisions that I've asked you to make, then you are free to start writing your essay. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to message me on Remind. But good luck, and I look forward to reading your outlines. Okay,